Hello everyone and welcome to our webinar. We're thrilled you're here today to delve into the crucial topic of non-affected companies without beneficial ownership. I'm Elma Pinkham from the Corporate Education and Compliance Unit and I will be the session's facilitator. Joining me is my colleague Simon Fignani, who will be guiding us through the presentation. Before we jump in, a quick note on questions. Please use the comments section. Our dedicated corporate legal team will be ready to provide written responses. Just make sure your questions are directed to beneficial ownership only. They won't be able to answer questions on other types of queries. To give some context, in South Africa, non-affected companies are essentially those not classified under Section 1181C Roman 1 of the Companies Act of 2008. This typically includes private companies that aren't subsidiaries or regulated companies. It also includes non-listed public companies and non-profit companies. Even though these entities are non-affected, they still need to meet the beneficial ownership filing requirements as per the Companies Amendment Regulations of 2023 enforced by the CIPC. So let's get started. Simon, please continue with your presentation.
Thank you very much, Alma. And then good morning to everyone. The topic for today is non-affected companies without beneficial ownership. So on these slides is our agenda. I'm not going to go through the whole agenda. So now the first question is that who really owns the business? Beneficial ownership is not just about names on paper, but rather about beneficial owners behind the scene. These are the people who truly control the business and benefit from its profits. Now, who can be declared as a beneficial owner in terms of beneficial ownership? One, we have major shareholders, people that own a large portion of the company, even through another company or trust. It can be ultimate decision makers. These are the people who control the company's actions, even if they are not even if they are not directors of the companies. We also have trust beneficiaries, people who benefit from a trust that owns the company. Lastly, we also have silent partners, investors that are not publicly involved but still profit from the business. So now, when can one file this beneficial ownership? Business must file beneficial ownership every year, whether there were changes or not. Yearly BO updates assist CIPC to confirm that your BO details are still valid. So it is very important that you make sure that you submit your beneficial ownership. Beneficial ownership, you don't have to wait at the time when you file annual returns, but you can still submit your beneficial ownership before submitting your annual returns. Now on this slide, we have three categories of companies. One is affected company. The second one is non-affected company with beneficial ownership. The third one is non-affected company without beneficial ownership. So let's just look at affected companies. So whether these companies have beneficial ownership to declare or not, They must upload mandatory documents such as the mandate ID copies and beneficial interest register. The second one, which is a non-affected company with a beneficial ownership, these companies are not classified as affected companies and have beneficial ownership information to declare. The standard BO registered requirements apply in this case. The third category is non-affected company without a beneficial ownership. These companies are not classified as affected companies and have no beneficial owners. Mandatory document must be uploaded. So this is just a continuation of these types of categories. Now the question one is which category applies to my company? The second one is how can I ascertain whether my company has beneficial ownership to declare? So let's just look at these slides. So it applies to affected company definition as a checklist to establish whether the company is affected or non-affected. Answer yes or no to the following questions. First one, is the company a public company? Is the company a state-owned company? Did the private company transfer more than 10% of its securities within 24 months before the declaration? Is the private company majority owned or controlled by an affected company? The last question is the private company a subsidiary of an affected company? So the declaring company is an affected company if the answer to any of the preceding questions is yes. If it's yes, then you need to choose that relevant category. Now, on these slides is that how to ascertain whether a non-affected company has a beneficial ownership to declare. So these are the questions that one has to answer. Does one person hold securities for the beneficial interest of another natural person? Secondly, is there a person who exercises or has control over more than 5% of the voting rights in the company? Is there a person with the right to appoint and remove directors of the company? Lastly, is there a person that have the ability to materially influence the management of the declaring company? So will indicate that the company is non-affected with a beneficial ownership. And no answer to all of the above questions indicates that the company is non-affected without a beneficial ownership. So now on these slides is that we have different company types require different documents for uploading. And then the presentation will only focus on the documents required for a non-specific company without a beneficial ownership. So which are the documents? Which documents are required to be filed for this type of company? These companies, in most cases, are the sole shareholders and sole directors. So there is no other influence control profit sharing agreements or persons deriving benefits from this company. So in this case, it's just in most cases these are sole shareholders or is the only director in that company. So no any other influence in those companies. So what is required here is that a declaration, which is a mandate, is mandatory. The mandate must be signed by 50% plus, of the members. The security register is also a mandatory when it comes to this type of a company. So let's just look at the mandate or a declaration. So what does that mean when you say that this is a mandate or this is the declaration? So it means that it is a compulsory document wherein the declaring company instructs a filer or natural person to submit its beneficial ownership declaring or on behalf of the company. So let's just quickly look at the mandate. I mean the contents of the mandate. A mandate must be in the form of a letter. It can be a resolution or a power of attorney on a declaring company's letterhead. So we don't have exactly a specific, design or, that you can use, but you can always come up with your own, design or a letterhead of the company. And then a mandate is given to an individual or a natural person, as indicated in the previous slides. It must be signed by 50% plus of the company directors. If it comes to a close corporation, all members of the close corporation, to those who still have a close corporation, they can all sign this mandate or this resolution. Now let's quickly look at the certification requirements for documents in terms of the practice note number 2 of 2022. So certification of documents, including the ID documents filed with the CIPC, may not be older than 3 calendar months. So if it's older than 3 months, obviously that application will be rejected, or they will send out, it will be obviously rejected, and then or they will send out a notice, but it will not be processed. Only one ID or passport may appear on a single page. And in the case of the South African ID card, both sides have to be scanned in on the same single page. That one only valid issued passport will be accepted. No asylum seekers temporary residence documents will be accepted as a valid confirmation of the identity. So what are the certification requirements for South African documents? CIPC will only accept documents that have been commissioned or have been commissioned by a commissioner of oath in South Africa. The following information of the commissioner of oath must appear on the documents. The first thing is the full name and surname, business address, signature, destination. Documents certified by police officials also need to indicate the person rank and a rank number, as well as the date of certification is very important. This also helps us, as the commission or SCIPC, in a case where there are challenges, and then we'll be able to trace, the person who signed or certified the documentation. So this brings us to the end of our presentation, and then I'll now hand over to Elma. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon. I just want to make uh, our listeners, viewers, aware that one can now file annual returns on its own. There isn't a hard stop anymore, it's been removed. So please file your annual returns. And um, we are very happy that you joined us today. If you have more questions, please send it to the beneficial ownership query email address that they can assist you. You can also go to our website because there are step-by-step guides with much more information to assist you to submit the correct documentation. A huge thank you to you for your time that you've spent with us today. We hope the webinar has demystified the beneficial ownership filing requirements for non-affected companies without BO. You must have a wonderful day and goodbye.